DJI has recently released an update to its popular drone lineup. I've spent the last month putting one through its paces. I'm Michael Digoni for Computer World, and this is the Phantom 4. The Phantom 4 has been pretty much redesigned from the ground up. That even includes the box. First, it's smaller than before, but it also comes with its own carrying case, which lets you take everything you need with you, including up to 3 batteries, 2 sets of propellers. The Phantom 4 is actually a lot more streamlined, a lot more integrated, much more refined than previous models. There's a bag that has all of the propellers. There are 2 sets for a total of 8. Here's the charging brick. Here's the remote control. One of the things that you notice first is not only is it sleeker, but they changed the support so that it's no longer plastic. It's the much stronger aluminum base. There are 2 USB cables. One is a Lightning to USB and the other is a micro USB to normal USB. And what that allows you to do is connect the remote control and the Phantom to your smartphone for firmware updates, avoiding the need to connect it to a PC. Very clever. If you're familiar with the Phantoms, the first thing you notice is the body is a lot more streamlined than before. The gimbal has been integrated directly into the unit.
The propellers are mounted a little bit higher to keep them from getting in the way of your shots.
The new propellers don't twist in anymore, they just snap in. The new battery lasts for 28 minutes. The new Phantom comes with an updated visioning position system, and that's the sonar at the bottom. What it does is it analyzes the ground, allows it to stay steady without drifting. This is perfect for flying indoors and for days when you can't get a great GPS lock. This model can go up to 30 feet without losing position. These cameras allow the Phantom 4 to avoid obstacles. The DJI app actually shows you that you're getting closer and closer to an object right on screen, but once it gets to a certain point, the drone just stops. There's a brand new autonomous flight mode that's really exciting, and that's called tap to fly. The previous generations could land and also take off by pressing buttons on the screen itself. This one, you can actually tap on the horizon, tell it to go, and it'll fly there automatically, avoiding obstacles along the way. When in tap to fly mode, the DJI Phantom will try to go around the obstacle or above, but if it's a large wall or a big tree, it'll just pause and it'll wait for you to actually give it commands. Another new autonomous flight mode for the DJI Phantom is called Active Track. Previously, you could use the follow me mode, but with Active Track, the built-in computer analyzes a subject that you select. Then it follows that subject using the obstacle avoidance system to avoid any obstacles along the way. The new mode that has me the most excited though is called Sport Mode. This new sports mode is very exciting because it allows for extremely fast flying to bring the drone to exactly where you need to be as quickly as possible so you don't lose the shot. Because of the speed and the angle in which the drone flies, obstacle avoidance is turned off during sport mode. However, it does get you 45 miles per hour according to DJI, but I personally clocked this at 57 miles per hour. There's also an improved return to home function, which uses the obstacle avoidance system to automatically try to fly around obstacles or over obstacles on its way to return home. The new pause button on the remote control lets you just stop the drone instantly whenever it's flying autonomously. The drone will just hover and wait for your next command. The Phantom 4 camera has been improved. It still shoots 12 megapixel stills, 720p, 1080p, and 4K video, but the overall picture is sharper. Also, a cool new feature to this camera is the fact that it can shoot in slow motion. It can do 120 frames per second in 1080p, which is great for getting really dramatic shots. The Phantom 4 is the complete package. It's easy to fly, easy to maintain, and is packed full of advanced features that beginners and experts will appreciate. It has been redefined from the ground up, and as the 4th generation, the design shows some much appreciated refinements, such as the snap-on propellers, more accessible ports, and the more advanced computing systems. There are some caveats. Obstacle avoidance is turned off during sport mode, and the avoidance system only works when you fly forward, not sideways and not backwards. With Tap to Fly, you can fly the Phantom without using the control sticks, but flying still requires care and attention. In the end, the Phantom 4 is highly recommended. The updated technology and the new flight modes make this an amazing drone to own, and the footage that can be captured with this unit is just remarkable. Like always, register your drone and happy flying!
Drönare.